Hey guys, Gary J here. Today we're playing with some of my watches here. I'm an avid watch collector, and I have a number of watches, all kinds of watches. I have a pocket watch that goes back to 1910, beautiful and works like a charm. But anyway, today I'm playing with these watches, and this is a Invicta watch right here, and I really like Invicta. I've had really good success with Invicta watches, and I've bought a number of them over the years, and a lot of other types of watches too. And this one has a time down here that's set 3 hours behind. I live in Georgia, East Coast, so my son lives in California, which is 3 hours time difference, and so I got the time down here, what the time it is where he's at, which is like 10, 11 or 12, something like that. So and this has other functions too, and I really like this watch right here. And this is called a Sea Spider by Invicta, and it's water resistant down to 100 meters. We can get that glare, 100 meters here. And it's all stainless steel. And the model number here is, there you go, 5687. So all of them have a model number too, and this is called a Sea Spider. This is called a Sea Spider. Two is a little different here, and I really like this Sea Spider right here too, and that's kind of like a chronograph, and has several functions. And this one here says Invicta Sea Spider here, and Swiss components. And this one is good down to 100 meters too. I think this has a flame fusion crystal, this clear glass right here. Use a flame fusion, I believe, on this one. And the model number on this one is 6709 model number. Well, one of the problems, well, let's see if you can read this right here. This is trinite down here. Illumination. It's the Invicta Sea Spider collector. So anyway, I really like these watches right here. The Sea Spider, I have a lot of Invictus, but one common problem about the Sea Spider is that the bands on them, they're made out of this rubber, which, rubber can be really, really good, but they all break. You see what broke right here? They all break on the rubber. And I've had some that just dry rotted and just melted, like, so it was a poor choice of plastics, rubber for this type of band right here, and it's a pretty nice band. And of course, a watch without a band is pretty worthless, and very difficult to find a band that fits these watches right here. You go on the Invicta site, Invicta, they don't have a band for these watches, and that's aggravating. They ask you to put in the model number. You put in the model number, which is on the back, and it comes up, no band for that. So that's aggravating. I saw a guy on eBay, and there are multiple links in these bands, and there was one link that where this one right here's come loose. This link is in good shape, but anyway, he was selling the links for like $26 a piece, just one link. These watches cost several $100s, brand new when they first came out. And I mean, he's just making a killing off of it. I thought, man, that is so crazy. And this one right here, if you see right here where it has two pins in it that hold it onto the watch. And see, like, I just took this off, but anyway, it goes like that. So you got two pins here holding it to the watch on each side, and you can see there's two holes right here too. So it's a well-made watch, you know. Now, of course, the batteries do go dead in these things once in a while. I put new batteries in it, and I have some tools for working on watches. Now, if you have an Invicta in waterproof, like 100 meters, I have some Invictas go down 500 meters, I think. Anyway, if you send it to Invicta, they take the watch and they put a new battery in it, which is like $50 maybe. They charge to put a new battery in it. And then they put it in a pressurizer. If it's like 100 meters or 500 meters, they put it in a machine that pressurizes the watch, and that's another $70 or something like that. You end up with $120 putting a battery in here. Okay. Or if you got Invicta, you can go to the jewelry store, a halfway decent one, and tell them you want a battery for your watch, and they'll unscrew it. It's got these little notches here, and you can use a pair of pliers like this right here to unscrew these a lot of times. And what I do is, like, I open it all the way up, and I'll put it into these notches right here. This will open up farther, but I'll put it into these notches right here, and then just turn it. And this unscrews right here, and then you got your battery there, and you can put a new battery in it. Or you take it to the jewelry store, which they've got a little device. Mine's not quite big enough for the 50 millimeter. These are 50 millimeter. These are huge watches right here. And so they can crack it open for you and drop a battery and charge you. I've had them charge me $10 or $12 to put a battery in it, and good as new. And you say, well, what about being pressurized? Unless you're going to be diving, you really don't need it pressurized. I'll tell you one thing else about diving watches too. I have several of them. You can buy a diving watch, like like two of mine are like 500 meters, 1,500 feet. You can go down with them. But you cannot take a hot shower with a diving watch. You cannot take a hot shower with a diving watch on, because the change in temperature, that sudden change that in temperature from ambient to hot water in your shower can cause them to leak right here. It's got a seal in here, but the change in the temperature, so diving watches can leak because of that. So you would say, well, that's impossible. No, it's not. You can look that up. Okay. So anyway, when you go on the Invicta website, you tell them I want a band. They tell you, you put in a model number, which is on the back, and you look for a band, and they tell you they don't have bands for these watches. I guess they want you to buy a new one or something. But anyway, there's one guy on eBay I found, and he has all kind of Invicta bands. And I sent him a message, and I asked him, the band he had here was for a Sea Spider, and they're different Sea Spiders. And I said, well, that fit on model so-and-so, and he said, yeah. And if you have any question about the model you have and whether the band will fit or not, because some of the models they mention are not the same that you have, but it looks like the same band, just ask him, and he'll tell you whether it'll fit or not. And he said, yeah, that'll fit perfect on your Sea Spider. So I just ordered one, and one here, I just want to check it out and make sure it works, and it's a perfect fit right here, because again, this is a special band right here with the two pins on each side. So, and right here you can see 2 holes right there for the pins. And so $60 for this with tax. It was like free shipping. It's like $64 for the band. And to me, that seemed like a little bit of a lot, but this is really a wide and nice band design. But it's still made of that rubber. So hopefully this will last a lot longer. If you have a Sea Spider and you have a band like this on it, and they are pretty bands, then don't do any kind of work, strenuous work or anything like that where this thing is being torqued. These bands are being torqued and twisted because they're going to break on you. So, you know, I use this one, these two at work some, and, you know, if you pick up, you know, 100, 200 pounds and stuff like that, you can, it puts a lot of torque on this rubber. So now the gold one here, instead of this being silver, it's gold. So what I'll do is order another band, and I'll order the one that's gold right here to go with this watch right here. So great watches by Invicta, but they are expensive to repair. Invicta makes a lot of money off their repairs on their watches. Okay, guys, just a little update right here. Right here, just some of the tools you used to work on watches with. But I got the band put on here. Not too much of a big deal there. Put the band on. And right here, you got these little screws right here. One of these sides will screw out. It's got a tiny screw in there. And you have to figure out which one that is. You hold this right here with a pair of pliers right there in the middle. And turn this end here counterclockwise. Hopefully that's the one where the screw is. And unscrew that and then pull out this pin. And then you can take out your links. Get them the right length that you want. And you have an adjustment down here at the bottom. Where my thumb is right here, you can move that forward or back with these little holes that run across here to get it perfect for your wrist. And that works out real well. So the band looks really good. It's a brand new Invicta band too, in case you're wondering. It's brand spanking new. Anyway, I bought the band here. I just bought one of them for this, and then it works great on this one, so I ordered the other band for this one. Now this is silver, and see the band here is silver too on the furnishings of it. And this one is gold, so I ordered a gold band, and the watch here, the furnishings there are gold on that. And so it works really well. And I took out some links and stuff, and I have a bunch of links left over, and these are the ends that go to the watch itself right here. These are all good right here. It's like brand new. These are the links I took out of these two watches right here. I think I added some of them over here too. So I've got a complete watch band here now. So I've got this one. If anything ever happens to one of these, I can replace a link on it. Hopefully that'll take care of it. Or if I had to replace the whole band, I could do that too. So anyway, it's just these to me are nice watches. Remember, these are 50 millimeter watches right here, almost 3 fingers wide. These, for those people who collect watches and stuff, these are the 50 millimeters is really in vogue, I would say, instead of the small 30, 33 millimeter watches. And we'll put that on. Okay. This is our watch. It's got multiple functions: date, month, year, times around the world, and stuff like that on the LED part right there. maybe you can see. And our new watch band. So again, like $64 with tax and all that for each watch band, which you can't find them on the Invicta website. So I mean, it's a blessing that you can get the watch band, period. You know, but you see how big it is on the wrist right here. But I kind of like that anyway. But we'll look at the other one. And this is the other one here. The silver. So, glare. And that's trinite on the hands of it, which glow really bright. And this is the flame fusion crystal here. And that's some of the hardest crystals you can find. Special process of making the see-through crystal here, flame fusion. And a lot of things can be said about this watch right here, and the date and the month and so forth, and the chronometer part. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for watching. If you have an Invicta and you have these rubber bands, look up WatchSmithy on eBay and type in Invicta watch bands, and he should come up. Because if you've got an Invicta Spider, you're going to eventually have a breakage on this rubber. It's just not meant to last forever. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Gary J.